What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the data download that just arrived on Global, bringing along the information for the Make It Your SUGO Fest. So if you guys have been living under a rock for like the past week or so, during the treasure map, we had a poll, just on Facebook, getting players' opinions on which characters they would like to see rated up in a SUGO Fest. And here we are, you can see on the banner, these are the characters that have been selected. These are the top 5 highest rated characters that were on the poll, and these characters are all going to be rate boosted on this SUGO Fest. Now, we don't know what the exact rate for these characters are as of right now. We only get to know the exact rate of these characters once the SUGO Fest comes out, so we can't really make a full assumption and a full breakdown of it specifically to see how good this SUGO Fest is, but we can talk about the SUGO Fest structure as well as some of the characters that are going to be available during this SUGO Fest. It is quite interesting, actually, so we'll go ahead and get into it. Before we get into that, let's actually talk about the characters. So the number 1 highest voted character was White Beard and Marco, and I feel like that's no real surprise here. White Beard and Marco, honestly, the best legend in the entire game, having such really good survivability, having the ability to heal, and having the ability to do health cuts, and with his special giving you a full board of matching orbs for his crew. And he essentially is a rainbow captain. Obviously, he boosts Saiyan Int characters much further, but he is a rainbow captain. He does boost all characters' attack. Very, very powerful character, and that switch effect is busted. Being able to go ahead and remove special bind, paralysis, and also making recovery orbs beneficial for a turn, as well as obviously when he switches, gets a recovery orb every single turn. So yeah, I definitely agree with him being at the number 1 positioning. White Beard and Marco, probably one of my favorite legends in the entire game. Number 2, we've got Big Mom, which is one of the most recent characters to arrive, or literally was the most recent legend to arrive on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, and that's actually a surprise to see her at the number 2 spot. Her 6+ is very, very strong though. She's able to clear a lot of content, especially if it's anything Dex related. Big Mom is going to be like your go-to character. Essentially, her captain effect is kind of like a buffed version of Lucy in terms of damage output. In my personal opinion, I'm not the greatest fan of her special ability, but comparing to her original 6-star form, her 6+ special ability is so good, giving you the ability to do lots of single target damage, giving you a guaranteed strength orb, locks it as well, and as well as giving you that massive boost to your captains when she is your captain. So she's really, really strong. In terms of pure damage, not too many characters are going to come up to Big Mom in terms of just pure damage output, so she's very, very strong. Kind of weird though, I definitely did not see her being the number 2 spot. Number 3 is Gear 4 Luffy. Yeah, if he wasn't in the top 5, I would have been absolutely shocked. Gear 4 Luffy, we already know how good he is. He's been out for a decent amount of time now. Obviously, Rainbow Captain with lots of matching orbs. He has damage reduction, he has a health boost, and the special ability being also making beneficial orbs enabled, which is very, very useful as well as giving you the capabilities of a 2x rainbow type boost. So yeah, this character is pretty freaking good, and especially he's going to get even better once the Snake Man evolution comes out. Number 4 was the biggest surprise of this whole list. I did not expect Katakuri to get the number 4 spot. I wouldn't have even seen him in the top 5. That's very surprising, but let alone, if you are missing Katakuri, he is here. Katakuri is one of my favorite legends in the entire game. He has such a unique style about him. You have to play him very, very differently compared to a lot of other legends in the game. He's very slow, but he gets the job done, and that's the main thing. He has really good damage reduction. He's got lots of passive natural orbs. He's just a solid unit all around, and he has a pretty unique special ability as well. Obviously, he's a conditional booster, and it works really well with his captain effect, where you get the chance to delay the enemy, even through debuff protection. So he is really awesome. When you do get that, you can get that really nice conditional boost off. I've already made a full video breaking down Katakuri if you guys are a bit confused as to how to build him. That might be a little bit outdated considering a lot of units have come out since then, but if you want to go check that out, make sure you go ahead and do that. And the number 5 spot is version 2 Akainu. Now, I definitely should have seen him in the top 5. I feel like it's weird for Katakuri to be above Akainu though. I feel like Akainu is a much easier and a much better character to use compared to Katakuri. Either way, yeah, he's awesome. I love version 2 Akainu. I use him so often. definitely tier 0 worthy. Like, nearly every single character here is like tier 0, probably. I mean, Katakuri, you can make a case for not being a tier 0, and I definitely would agree with that. But, like, all these characters that are rate boosted are, like, top tier legends, understandably. Now, to actually get into the breakdown of the SUGO Fest, we can go to the event information here, and it says, the Make It Your Own SUGO Fest will give you greater chance at recruiting winning 1st through 5th place characters at the selected SUGO Fest exclusive characters. The event period, so this SUGO Fest is going to be running for 2 days, 48 hours from the 23rd until the 25th of March. Now, obviously, we've already gone through who got what placing in the poll, which is cool, and it says, plus, in this Make It Your Own SUGO Fest, special characters will make an appearance, as well as some of them will be rate boosted as selected special characters. So, the special characters are limited rare recruit characters will be available in the SUGO Fest. And in terms of the select pool of characters, so these are probably like rate boosted. We have Gecko Moria, who is amazing, especially if you do get Katakuri and you get Moria as well. Moria is a perfect fit on Katakuri teams. Toadskii is a very solid unit as well. 2.75 chain locker for 3 turns. It's pretty solid. Kobe is also very, very good. Very good for driven teams, and also partners really well actually with the World Clash Ace, which actually I'm going to be having a video come out tomorrow, which is awesome, about World Clash Ace. Akainu, one of the best limited rare recruits in my opinion. Very, very underrated. Very good unit to have for driven teams. Jewelry Bonnie, the best limited rare recruit in my personal opinion. She is awesome. So much utility. You get healing. You get so much. Oh, she's amazing. She's just so good. Jewelry Bonnie's the best. If you get her, you win, basically. And your Rogue, who's probably like going from the worst to the going from the best to the worst. Your Rogue is terrible. And Brindy World, who's like kind of average. You don't really need him for anything specifically. But that's a pretty interesting list. It says that all special characters will make an appearance, but then there's some of them will be select special characters. So I assume any other limited rare recruit that's not listed here should be available, but don't quote me on that. We don't have the full boosted list as of right now. So getting into the actual structure, it is a guaranteed 4-star or better, so there's no silver posters, which is always great. Also, the 1st and the 4th multi-pull are 30 rainbow gems, which is awesome. I like that they're doing more discounts, but, you know, I will go through it in a little bit, whether it's worth pulling or not, but the discounts definitely make it better to be pulling here. The 2nd, the 5th, and the 7th multi-pull, last wanted poster is a guaranteed select special character. So the 2nd, the 5th, and the 7th are guaranteed to be one of these characters on this list. So you can get the unevolved and the evolved version, you know, at a chance. So if you are looking for, if you don't have like any of these characters, then obviously that's kind of tempting, especially because you could pull them on your way to that multi. So that's pretty interesting that they are doing that. That's such a bait though. I feel like something big is going to be coming soon, and that's why they're putting this SUGO Fest here. It's a very good SUGO Fest, don't get me wrong. It's much better than a lot of SUGO Fests we've had in the past. Obviously not as good as the Anniversary or any 2x Legend Rate SUGOs, but this structure is very, very good. Moving on, the 3rd, 6th, and 8th are guaranteed to be a SUGO Fest exclusive. See, I feel if they wanted to make it even more bait, they'd go 3, 6, 8, guaranteed select pool legend. That would be insane. Either way, 3, 6, 8 is a guaranteed legend. And then on the 10th multi-pull, the last one on the poster is guaranteed to be a selected SUGO Fest exclusive character, and it's going to join your crew at max special level. So this means the 10th multi-pull, you're guaranteed to get one of those 5 legends. That's pretty good. Now, even if you do, for some reason, go to 10 multi-pulls, these characters on this banner are all further rate boosted. So you have a pretty decent chance of pulling one of these other 5 characters, or even multiples of them, on your way to that 10th multi. But as I said, I don't really know if it's worth doing 10 multis on this particular SUGO Fest. I think it's worth pulling on this SUGO Fest if you do not have any of those 5 characters, because all of them are very good. If you are, if you're a person that doesn't have a lot of characters on your account, Katakuri is going to be hard to use, I'm not going to lie, but any of those other 4 characters, they are going to be immensely useful for your account. If you are one of those people who re-rolled relatively recently and you already have Gear 4 in your account, I feel like it's not really worth pulling here. But, you know, that's just me. If you are missing literally all 5 of those characters, I think it'd be very, very tempting to be pulling here. I would highly suggest not to be pulling here, but I can understand why you would want to pull. It's a very good SUGO Fest. Like, I'm going to be quite frank, it's a good SUGO Fest. There's not much to really fault with it. Obviously, it's not a double legend rate, and that's understandable because they don't come around that often. But this is a good SUGO. But you just got to remember, guys, Version 2 Katakuri SUGO Fest should be coming out halfway through the year, around about June-ish, I would say. And that SUGO Fest should, if it goes by the JP scheduling, it should bring along guaranteed Gear 4 Luffy. So if on your account you do not have Gear 4 Luffy, and you really want Gear 4 Luffy, you should probably save your gems till then. Now, on that SUGO Fest on JP, it was 9 multi-pulls for that Gear 4 Luffy. So I would highly suggest save those 9 multi-pulls for that SUGO Fest, get guaranteed Snake Man, and you're gonna be set. I feel like that's the best play right now. But if you don't want to do that, if you just cannot wait to be pulling here, it's understandable. But, you know, it is RNG at the end of the day. Even though these characters are further rate boosted, it's not guaranteed to get one of these characters, unless if you go to 10 multi-pulls. But that's just my 2 cents on it. Man, I really just don't know. This is a tough SUGO Fest to skip, because it's got some good characters on it. And the fact that the limited rare recruits are available as well are also a very, very big temptation, because, you know, especially if you're free to play, you're not going to be pulling on those limited rare recruit Sugos, or limited rare recruit banners, should I say. So the fact that they're available here is pretty freaking sick, I'm not going to lie, and they have rate boosted a lot of pretty good ones too. Man, that's it's going to be a tough one to skip, but if you're strong enough, I would suggest skipping and hold your gems until Snake Man, because that is definitely the more intelligent way to play. But if you guys want to go ahead and, you know, spend your gems, it is completely up to you. You know, I'm not gonna say that you're making a bad decision by pulling here, but I just want to put it out there. The Snake Man's coming, and if you don't have the 9 multi-pulls by then because you spend gems elsewhere, don't complain, because that is up to you, but just putting it out there. But anyways, that's the full breakdown of the Make It Your Own SUGO Fest. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and if you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.